Today, we are going to talk about a very interesting data set. And this particular data set is interesting because it is not covering a single domain. It is covering four different domains. So the four different domains it is covering includes art, the clip art, the product, and the sort of real world. So all these different domains and the related images it is gonna cover. And that's why it becomes quite important because when we have the different domains images at a single place, then it becomes quite easy to have the diverse sort of works that you want to have a kind of look onto in your research work. So as per your need, means as per your convenience, you can use this particular data set or a particular category of this particular data set. As I told you that specifically four domains are there. And inside those four domains, there are a number of different images. So you can have your own sort of preprocessing or the sort of segmentation with respect to this particular data set. So whatever you are interested in, you can just have a sort of exploration. Coming on to the specific exploration and sort of little details, before that, let me tell you that it is having more than 15,000 images, and it is gonna to have the sort of number of classes and around more than 60 images per class. So like this, there are different sorts of varieties, including more than 60 sort of categories in this particular data set. So with this sort of information, let's just jump onto the specific things that this particular data set is going to offer you. So here, as we can see that this particular page is the home page of Office Home dataset. And this particular dataset was specifically created to evaluate the domain adaptation algorithm for object recognition using deep learning. So like, as you know, the DL is the sort of fashion nowadays, and almost every domain is getting benefited with DL. And why not? Because this particular technique or the technology of deep learning is not new, means it's quite old. But the point is that with the advent of sophisticated hardware and the kind of processing speed we are having nowadays, the deep learning is quite efficient from processing point of view nowadays in comparison to the prior time. So that's why it is booming. Additionally, coming on to the specific discussion of this particular data set, so we have the images from four different domains. As I told you already that it is coming from art side, the clip art, then the product images and the real world images. And for each domain, the dataset contains more than 60, specifically 65 object categories. And these are gonna be looked like this. So you can see that these are some of the art images, then the clip art, then product and the real world images. So like with respect to spoon category, you can see that a real spoon is gonna look like this, but as a product, it is gonna look like this. Means as a product specific advertisement or whatever you see. Then if you say the cartoon image or the clip art, then it is gonna look like this. And finally, in artistic look, it is gonna look like this. So these are the sort of things. Means in art means it might be a part of some painting or something like that. So like this, you can just have a general notion of all these categories like the sink, mug, pen, knife, bed, bike, etc. Means all the delivered objects they have covered over here. So coming on to the specific data collection, the dataset is saying that the images in the datasets are collected using a Python web crawler. So web crawlers are the kind of useful tools which are specifically used to crawl the webs and collect the useful or the related interested information. Then coming on to the details, so the initial searches from this particular web crawler covered around 120 different objects and produced over 100,000 images across different categories and domains. So in this way, the categories were also filtered to make sure that each category had at least a certain number of images. So that's why later on the sort of bit pre-processing they have done at their side. So finally, the 65 categories were formed and more than 15,000 images were constructed. So coming on to the specific size and other related information. So you can see all the information is given over here. Additionally, they are saying that the classification accuracy is discussed with respect to linear SVM and the sort of 5-fold cross validation. So all these things are given over here. Additionally, the object categories they have listed down here. If you're interested in a particular category, you can just go there and have a sort of look onto that. If you want to download, then the coding, then the download information and all PDF related informations are available over here. Then from ethical point of view, obviously, you should set this particular data set. So the BibTeX related information is also given here. Now the fair use notice they have given over here that how you are supposed to specifically use this particular data set and what is the definition of fair use with respect to this particular data set. So that's all from the basic point of view. Additionally, it's some of the bio-related information of the author, then the students' publications and the book and chapters related information coming from this particular data set are given over here. Then if you're interested in the teaching or the service of the awards related information, you can also explore. Coming on to the specific conclusion of this particular data set, like most of the people do ask that when we are having a particular data set, we should have the sort of related things that we can do. So with respect to this particular data set, as we can see that it's an image-based data set, so you have the sort of image segmentation or the sort of domain generalization or the domain adaptation sort of things. Additionally, you can have the universal domain adaptation and you can have the partial also if you are interested. Coming on to the specific works that have used this particular data set and the related things. So the fixed recently work discussed in 2022. The frustratingly easy domain generalization with mix-up, they have discussed the sort of domain generalization related things. So the GitHub page is also available. If you are interested, you can directly jump onto the page and you can have the related information. Coming on to the specific other related data sets information. So the PAX, domain net, image clap, and the Visda 2017 are some of the related competitors. So if you're interested, you can go and have a check. We have also covered some of the related data sets in our data set list. So if you're interested, you can just go on to the playlist. So that's the whole sort of information from my side. And I try to cover in very short period of time just to make the video short and keep you means entertaining while listening to the video. If you don't like anything, please do comment below and let us know. We'll definitely try to incorporate the sort of things. Thanks for watching. Have a lovely day.